All right, good morning. Happy 2025. All right, so interesting start to the year. We we opened down here at 59.49.25 and then quickly started selling off. Took these two lows and then we had a huge bounce. And that bounce took us all the way up here above yesterday's high. Well, when I say yesterday's, I mean the previous session's high. It also took the December 30th high. And hold on one second. I was in the middle of a trade here. Okay. It also took the 30th high and then bounced back right at the monthly pivot area. And now we started dropping back inside the range. And now we're bouncing up VWAP. But sellers are still there somehow, right? I mean, they're still there. So we're having a two-sided price action, which is pretty healthy in my opinion. It's difficult to trade because the ranges are pretty big. So if during the overnight session we had a 84-point range on ES, that's probably an indication of what to expect for today. Likely we're gonna have a volatile session. Usually the first couple weeks of January are bullish, very bullish. So there's gonna be some flows from the beginning of the year, people contributing to their IRAs, 401ks, etc. Seasonality and all that is gonna play out now. Adjusting for the new year, for the new president, etc. So it's a new government. So keep that in mind and know that it's just not an easy trade because of the ranges, right? You've seen this last few days how crazy the moves are. So my suggestion: trade small and protect your profits when you have them, because this thing turns around. And keep zooming out, right? Like even in the larger time frame, it's kind of hard to tell, right? Because this, like, we have huge bounces, but then huge reversals. So right now we're one time framing down. See how the last session took the low but couldn't take the high. But now this overnight session is an outside bar, right? Like an outside session so far. It took the highs, took the lows. So it's one of those things that it could go either way. For me to get bearish after this bounce, we really need to start trading below the Globex open, right? So below 59.50, then I'll be more bearish. But for now, I think that buyers are still in control. If we get above these two highs, then I think that we're gonna squeeze all the way to the 60-30 area. And staying below that 59.50, then we can finally fill that gap. And we had a bearish imbalance from Friday, which targets 58.72. So but I want to see that 2025 open taken. Now in the middle it's gonna be chop. So chop in the middle, lots of chop. Same thing for NQ, in the middle here, chop above these highs, then Then if we get through this monthly pivot, then a retest of this point of control at 21,640. And then to see lower prices, I want to see us trade below the Globex Open, the 2025 Open at 21,270. And the target, the lower target for this bearish imbalance from the last session for NQ is 20,960. So let me see, we have at 9:45 we have PMI, and 10 a.m. we have construction spending, and then we have crude inventories and a 4-week bill auction. And then tomorrow is Friday, so we have a few more news and some Fed speaking, but this is that's about it. We have what's left over of this week. For crude oil, so I kept saying that I wanted to short 71, but we broke pretty strong here, and now we're leaving some single prints. So unless we don't turn back below this quarterly pivot area, so below 70, the 72 area, below this distribution from the overnight session, then still the uptrend is intact. You see that we're one time framing higher from from Christmas. This it looks like the Santa rally happened in crude, right? So targets for the upside are, I have a target at 73.20, and then above that, then there's a bunch of references, but there's a little bit of resistance here at this area in the 75 area, but we're kind of far still from that area. So in the meantime, we have some references up here. We have a gap at 74.11 and an untested point of control up here at 74.40. And so as long as we hold this single print, then the move is likely to continue higher. And then gold, like I said the other day, is trading in this range, and now it's trading above the 20-day point of control. It's testing the 20 moving average. My chart's not responding for some reason. There you go. Some resistance here. If it gets back above 26.68, then look for the 50 moving average at 26.75-ish, 76. And then the target up above that is 26.92. Otherwise, come back here to 26.32, which is the 20-day point of control. All right, that's about it for today. Good luck.